Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to address the bougainvillea, which is, like I've said before, pretty much out of control. A lot of the flowers and stuff that were around in the previous Explore the Tour video, link up here, these have all died off now. So we're going to come in, first of all, get to doing a little bit of strimming, clear away all this debris. So when we start chopping off the bougainvillea, we've got somewhere to put it all. Not going to get tangled up, and it'll be easy to dispose of, because this bad boy has got some ridiculous thorns on it. Anyway, I've got my mulching head on, so we're going to get to taking down some of this dead stuff here. All for the cat. It's all overgrown and hidden away. Now that we've taken out most of the thick stuff with the mulching head, we're going to go back to the line head and blitz through the rest of this long grass. So changing the head is pretty straightforward. You just drop this pin down inside here so that it turns until it locks. That's it, like that. And then you've got this spanner here that just pops on the bottom and it unscrews. It's opposite to normal to ensure it doesn't come off during use. Like so. Leave the spacer on, and this one just screws on like so, and eventually you can lock it off against the pin, remove the pin, keep that nut safe, we're good to go. Okay, so we've pretty much cleared out all this now, so we can get over to the bougainvillea, get to cropping it. Right, so the plan is basically is to thin it out a bit. There's a lot of weight, and it's not actually stuck to the wall by its own means. It's tied into the wall. When you get too much weight, it puts a lot of stress and there's potential for it to fall over. Also, in a few weeks' time, we're sort of coming into spring, and it's the time for new growth. So it's nice to get it cut back, ready for that really. So I think we're going to start at the bottom. We're going to clear it out a little bit, because usually it starts about here upwards. Thin it out at the bottom, and then we'll slowly work our way at the top, in theory. I'm actually going to start by removing all this dead stuff, which looks like it's already snapped and fallen off, like this. it's actually split off and died. So we'll remove that to begin with. You can probably actually see that's the spike there, look. It's a good inch and they're everywhere. So she's a gnarly old thing. Would you believe this whole thing is part of the trumpet vine? There you go, the one from all the way down there. It's crept all the way along the floor and up into the bougainvillea. Mental. Okay, cool. So that's most of the underside cleared away now. So it's easy to get in and do the work. What I'm going to do now, I think, is I quite like the shape it's starting to take. So we're going to go up top and whip off all these sort of wispy bits coming out and then have a reassess at what's left before we do the final cutting down. So you can see just there, that's basically the sort of wire that's holding it to the wall. Just sort of hook through that little eye thing there and then wrapped around the tree. You can see how much movement is in it. The whole weight of all this side is pulling on that wire, which is why it's good to thin it out. Cool. I quite like this sort of mushroom vibe it's got going on. I'm going to jump up on the roof and lob off some of these big, long, strangly bits. Right, I'm pretty happy with the shape of things. So we're going to tie this back into the wall because it's broken, get it nice and strong. Then we're going to go away and get to tidy it up where it's looking gnarly, and then have a final sort of quick whip round and see any little tiny bits that need just a bit of tidying up. We're just going to double it up just for a bit of extra security. Right, so we've got it tied in here. I'm just looking how much it's moving around. That other point up there seems too high, so I think right where this joint is here, we're going to put another fixing point to the wall. Ow. Goddamn spikes. Okay. That looks pretty good. So we're getting there. Just going to get rid of a few more of the gnarly bits. This, for example, isn't doing anything. It's dead. Get rid of that. That doesn't do anything either. Right, we're pretty much finished with the bulk of it now. We're just going to go with the handsaw and the little tiny snips and just tidy up all these gnarly bits, make it look a bit nicer. We're just going to thin out some of the older sort of dead stuff from inside here, and then we should be pretty much done and dusted. Right, I reckon we're pretty much done for now. As the new growth kicks in, she does grow quite quickly, we can have a bit of a reassess. But for now, we're going to leave it as is, get on with tidying all this stuff up. Right, so we're all pretty much done and dusted. It's just too windy, to be honest. Blowing it all over the place, it's just a bit uncomfortable. So we're going to call it a day, and we'll come back at it maybe tomorrow once the weather's a bit better.